Hey guys, hope you're well. This is a question I get asked an awful lot. How do you edit videos and put them together if you can't see anything at all? I asked him and Doors to put a short video together to show you guys how it's possible if you have no sight to do that. Now, if you like this sort of content, put it in the comments below. I'm always wanting your ideas, wanting your suggestions, because after all, you've come to my channel to get content and I want it to be what you want to see. So if you like this video, give it a massive thumbs up, and of course you can subscribe. Hit the notification bell so when I upload new content, you'll be the first to know. Let's get into it.
Hi guys, and welcome to my little bit of a noisy back garden this evening. People often ask me, can you edit video without seeing it? And the answer to that is, well, yes, sort of. It may not be the best answer going, but the answer to that is yes, you absolutely can pull video into the library. You can go over it in the Clips browser and you can insert it into the timeline. But if it's anything like super visually important, which usually video editing is, that's where you need to ask someone and say, right, I need this bit here. There are tricks you can do when you are collecting the footage in the first place to minimize the amount of sighted assistance that you would need. But we're going to ignore that for the moment. We're going to hop into Final Cut and I'm going to show you a little bit about how you put together a very basic video with a little bit of music underneath. Shall we? Okie cokes, let's do it.
Final Cut Pro.
Now, when you're in Final Cut, we're going to assume that you've already created a library. If that doesn't mean anything, don't worry about that for the second, okay? Today what we're going to do is we're going to import a file and do a bit of basic editing, put a bit of music underneath it. So we're going to do Command I as import, and that's going to land you in a media sidebar
table.
Okay, that's where the video you are looking for is stored. Now in my case I've stuck it in desktop, okay?
Desktop.
So I've interacted with that sidebar. You then have to uninteract with that and move to the organizer list.
Left video preview playbook. Next step horizontals. Organizer list split view. In organizer horizontal back organizer film in organizer short welcome 4. Right. Final Cut Pro window.
So what we've done is we found the file that we want to import and hit enter. The first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create what they call a project. So if you like, it's creating a new timeline, the area you edit. So we're going to do Command N and we're going to call this test project. Okay.
Project.
Now, you can get really complicated about frame rates and resolutions, but we're not interested in complicated today, okay? In order to get to your events, or I would call it Clips browser, but they call it events, you have to hit Command 1.
Events.
And it gets you into
Final Cut Pro has new window.
Okay? Of the movie file you've imported. Now, at this point, I'm going to turn voiceover off because you actually don't need it on for this editing because everything's going to be very audible, okay? We need to find the point that I want to start the clip. And I'm going to use the J, K, L keys to navigate. So if I pressed L, it would take it forward and you could speed it up. If you hit the J, it takes it backwards, or the K pauses it. So we're going to find where we want to import. After that annoying sound, I'm going to hit I. And what that means is you mark an in range, okay? So that's where you want the clip to start. Now,
welcome to the test video. I'm going to make some deliberate errors so we can edit this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Elephant.
I did do a little bit more. I did a wrong version of Twinkle Twinkle, but for the sake of keeping this easy, let's hit O to mark where we want that clip to end. Remember, we're in what they call the events browser at the moment. So that means the video you have imported. If you want to move that into the timeline at the bottom, you hit E, okay? And if you want to move into that timeline, you can hit Command and 2 and it will land in that timeline. Something to remember is that the when you land in that timeline, it's going to land you at the very end. So if you hit play, it's not really going to do anything. So you have to move to the beginning of that timeline. If you're using a desktop keyboard, which I'm not, you'd hit your home key. Here I'm doing function and left arrow, and that will take you to the beginning. So let's play that firstly.
Welcome to the test video. I'm going to make some deliberate errors so we can edit this. 1, 2, 3, 2.
Do you hear that? We've got 2 2s. So I want to come back after 3.
3.
Okay. I've hit my K button to pause it. So that's where we want to break that clip. Now we call that the blade tool, and all of this is accessible with using literally the keyboard shortcut. So I'm going to hit my command B, and that's going to create splitting that clip.
2, 4, off.
So I want to end after 2, but before 4.
2.
There are a couple of ways of editing this. I could press my option on my left bracket, and what that would do is it would just start that next clip there, and that's the shorter way to do it, but I'm going to do it the longer way just to show you now, okay? I'm going to hit the blades tool. I'm going to press my left arrow a couple of times, and if I hit my C button, that selects the clip under the playhead, so that's where you are. Now, before I hit delete, I want to check that what I'm doing is deleting the right bit, so I'm going to hit my / key.
2.
That's the one I want to get rid of because it was my rogue 2, so I'm going to hit my backspace. I'm going to come back a little bit using my J key and my K to pause it. We're going to see what that edit sounds like.
Edit this. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Perfect.
5, 6, 7. Elephant.
Okay, we don't want an elephant, do we? So,
Sniffle. Elephant fillet. Another 7.
okay, so we'll do the blade again.
Elephant. Sniffle. Elephant.
Okay, cool. We can then check that edit now.
Welcome to the test video. I'm going to make some deliberate errors so we can edit this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, I could actually insert the bits with 8, 9, 10, but let's not bother. What we're going to do is we're going to turn the voiceover back on here just for a second, and we're going to move into the events browser.
Verticals, event, media sidebar, table. Hide reject, show or hide the photos and audio sidebar.
That's what we want.
Select show or hide the photos and audio sidebar. Show or hide the show or event, media sidebar.
Now, all of this is a bit complicated at the moment. Don't worry about taking it all in at the moment because you have to learn this. I'm just showing you it is possible, okay? Right, so we're in music now.
Out of Vertex events, group, iTunes table, in iTunes to play, button, play, button.
Okay, now that ordinarily would preview, so I'm going to hit Q to drop that into the timeline, and I'm going to hit Command 2 just to play the music.
Welcome to the test video. I'm going to make some...
We notice that music is just a bit too loud. I imagine we probably do notice that's a bit too loud. So you can hit Command and down arrow until you get to the audio technically. So we're going to listen to how that mixes in at the moment with that / key.
Welcome to the test video.
That is definitely too loud, do you agree? So what we're going to do for the purpose of this one, we are going to do two things. We're going to go to the very end of it firstly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Right. Now, what I've done there is I've used the blade tool. And the reason I've used the blade tool is because what I want to do is I only want to bring the levels down on the bit where there's talking. So let's listen to that again.
Welcome to the test video. I'm going to make some...
Okay, so we're going to bring that level down in that music now by hitting the control key and the minus button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's have a listen to that with the / key.
Welcome to the test video. I'm going to make some deliberate errors so we can edit this. 1, 2...
I still think that's a little bit too loud for what we want. We're not 22. Well, some of us maybe. We're going to bring it down, say 2 more decibels. Let's have a listen from the beginning. And at the end, that should fade up. Let's listen it to it.
Welcome to the test video. I'm going to make some deliberate errors so we can edit this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Right, perfect. Now, what we want to do now is something a little bit clever. We're going to do a Command T, which is a transition. So now that will fade out at the end like this.
Welcome to the test video.
Playful.
I'm going to make some deliberate errors so we can edit.
Now in window.
1, 2, 3.
Final Cut Pro has new.
5, 6, 7.
So there we are. That's a little bit of a very quick introduction to how you edit some bits on Final Cut. If you're interested in some more, or whatever I can fit in a little bit of one-to-one whatever, I say that I'm going to do my best to. Okay, guys, but there's your Final Cut introduction. Don't worry about remembering everything. I'm just saying it is possible to do some really quite advanced editing if you are a little bit patient with it. So I'm going to catch you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye. Welcome to the test video. I'm going to make some deliberate errors so we can edit this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, that was informative, if nothing else. If you really want to support me, go and hit that like button. It really does support my channel. If you've enjoyed it, give me a massive thumbs up. And if you want to see more tips and hints of how to video edit when you can't see, put it in the comments below. And of course, hit the notification bell so when I upload new content, you'll be the first to know.